Why do employees hate their jobs? Well, let's dive into it. Welcome back. Today we are going to discuss the epidemic of employee dissatisfaction at work. I know it breaks my heart as an HR professional to actually believe that employees have had such horrible experiences that over 50% of Americans are dissatisfied. But let's be honest. We have to realize this. We have to accept it in order to change it. So that's what we're going to talk about here. We're going to talk about why, and we're going to talk about how we together as HR professionals and as managers fix it. If we don't understand, if we don't accept it, if we don't admit to this fact, we can never change it. First up, the dreaded lack of job security. Layoffs, restructuring, and outsourcing, they've really caused employees to feel insecure about their job. They feel like they can be replaced at any point. They feel like they just don't add a lot of value to the company. When employers make these changes, employees feel like they have to have backup. They don't feel that commitment to the company, and it causes a lot of dissatisfaction. As an HR professional, some things you can do to combat this is transparency and open communication. You need to let employees know what's going on in the organization. When changes are being made, you have to communicate that. I know it's very, very easy to kind of sweep things under the rug. They may not be super positive. You can't do that. Employees are going to hear about it. And if they don't hear from you as to why the company made those decisions, they're going to come to their own conclusions. They are going to build a story in their mind. So build the truth, build the story for them so they understand why, the reasoning behind it. It's not always the best reasons, but if you're upfront and honest, that is going to make all the difference in the world on whether or not an employee trusts you as a company and feels more secure. Next is unrealistic expectations. So I watch a lot of TikTok. I love more than anything to hear what people have to say. So many people these days, really since COVID, have been posting all of their true feelings about how they feel about working for their company. A lot of them are skits and things like that, but the reality is that this is truly how people feel, how they feel about corporate America, how they feel about their jobs, how they feel about work. Those unrealistic expectations are exploding all over the internet and social media. So let's talk about why. So many managers have unrealistic expectations, and they're really blurring the lines between work and personal lives. So many companies and managers just make employees feel like they must give 100% of their time to the company or they're not dedicated, they're not good employees. And that mentality is really driving employees to be dissatisfied. Today, that's just not realistic. People have so many other obligations. They have family, they have friends, they have social media, they have so many other things. And if we can learn to realize that, embrace it, you can really get the best out of your employees. I think that this expectation is just not going to continue to live in 2024 and beyond. So employers, HR professionals, managers, let's get it together. Let's have realistic expectations of employees, whether that be their time, whether it be performance. There are so many things. Employees are not robots. Let me say that again. Employees are not robots. We have to have realistic expectations. We need to understand and embrace all of the things that people have going on outside of work. People do not live to work. They work to live. And if we can understand this, we can get so much more out of people. Look at social media. Look at creators. Look at how creative and successful people are on their own, when they don't have somebody setting these expectations for them, if we can learn to embrace and develop people, we can get that same creativity. We can get that same performance. But we have to show people that they're valued, and we can't expect them to live 100% for us. Finally, let's not forget about inequality and diversity in the workplace. Discrimination based on gender, race, even socioeconomic status, it is still prevalent today. I know we may not think so. I think that a lot of people are in denial that this actually happens, but it does. As an HR professional, it's your responsibility to champion diversity, to champion inclusion in the workplace. It's your responsibility to implement training programs to educate employees and managers on unconscious bias in the workplace. Honestly, I have heard it all. I've had managers say that they're not racist because they have token employees that are part of a minority group. But actions really do speak louder than words. Remember, you have the power to affect change. Lead by example. Advocate for policies and procedures that really prioritize employee satisfaction. Let's talk about some statistics. In 2023 alone, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, the EEOC, filed a staggering 143 discrimination and harassment lawsuits, which is a 50% increase from 2022. 50%. So let's work together to reduce this number. Let's work together to become better employers. Let's create workplaces that people feel valued and they want to come to work. Now, to all the managers out there, it's time to up your game. Take the case of Muldrow versus St. Louis as a cautionary tale. Discrimination, whether overt or subtle, it just cannot be tolerated. Managers, it's your responsibility to create a fair and inclusive workplace for all employees. You are the ones that are that direct line to your employees. You will have the biggest impact on them. Therefore, it is your responsibility to make sure that everybody's included, that everybody is treated the way that they should be treated. And there you have it, the harsh realities of why employees hate their jobs. However, I hope that you do take some of these takeaways, the recommendations that I've given on how to solve this problem, and really create a place where employees want to work. Thanks so much for watching. See you next week.